So I'm going to start by putting in my water dishes. I have 2 large water dishes because I was hoping it would promote soaking, but I think in the future in my future build, when I upgrade them, I may only have 1, but I wanted them to be flat on the bottom because these animals are burrowing animals and I didn't want them burrowing underneath the water dishes and getting stuck, so I wanted them flush against the glass. Now I'm putting in the substrate. I'm putting in Biodude Terrafauna as the substrate to help hold in humidity since I am using a tank that has a fully mesh lid. I want to be able to hold in as much humidity as possible. So I'm just putting in 2 to 3 inches of substrate. It's honestly not enough. Like I mentioned before, I want to upgrade these animals now that I've had them for a while. So I do plan on giving them more burrowing opportunity as well as limiting it to 1 soaking dish just because I haven't seen them utilize both and I'd rather give them more room to burrow in the substrate. So I'm just going to keep putting in all my substrate around. Now I'm going to put in some moss. So this is moistened moss, and I'm putting it all over the entire top of the substrate just to try keeping the water dishes a little cleaner. Like I said, I don't want to have to be pulling out the water dishes every single day like I do for some of my other animals. So I'm trying to help keep them as clean as possible so I don't have to pull them out completely every single day and wash them. Yeah, so I'm just going to put all of this green moss all around. Plus, to be honest, it makes it look nicer than just brown dirt. It gives it a little bit more depth and it kind of looks more lush. Especially with that cool water dish thing I have with the little stones on it. And in the future enclosure, I think that's the only one I'm going to keep. I think I'll probably give the other one to someone else who may want to or may use it more, like my white stray frogs or something, when they go into their big enclosure build. There's a lot of big new upgrades coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you want to see those. I feel like I'm just building one tank after another, so yeah, but I'm just gonna keep putting in all of this moss, and then after this I'm just gonna start decorating. It's honestly kind of a boring build, but I just was seeing if you guys could guess what kind of animal I'm building this for. It's an animal I had never had before. I had wanted it. I don't think I've mentioned it, but it is a type of animal I'd wanted. They're really cool. There's 2 of them, so they are social. There's a pair of them. Yeah, if you have any guesses, definitely leave it in the comments, and I will actually post in the description what they are. So I'm just filling it up with ReptiSafe dechlorinated water. I didn't put in too much water because I was worried they were going to be pretty small when I got them, and they were actually larger than I thought. So I ended up having to put in more water, but originally I only put in about half an inch because I was worried that I was going to accidentally drown them, because I feel like I have a tendency to get animals and they're way smaller than I expect them to be, which is weird. But now I'm just going to put in a couple pieces of cork. I wanted to put in some in the water just in case they needed to get out or they wanted to hide while they were soaking. They had that opportunity. And then I'm going to put another piece of cork in the substrate so they kind of have a hide where they can burrow in. And then I end up putting this mossy branch thing too, which is actually really good for when I feed crickets. They like to go across that and catch the crickets. So this is my enclosure. If you have any guesses to what kind of animals I have in here, definitely leave it in the comments below. And without further ado, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!